We live? We're live. We are live. To quote Bill O'Reilly, we'll do it live. We'll do it live. All right. Everything is dusty in here because I have a multi-purpose shop, and that's what happens. We got the titanium welder from Harbor Freight. Their parking lot sale is going on as we speak. Go check it out. Go pick one up. Have I used it before? Nope. And we're going to try it out here today. I do have the instructions over there if we need it. And we might. I don't know. So I want to try it out. This is an inverter welder as opposed to the AC Chicago Electric. I also have, I don't think it's in shot. Whatever. I just put up a older video of welding hitch rack for my Jeep. Hitch rack storage for my Jeep. That was actually with the Lincoln Tombstone, the 225 Lincoln 2 AC 220 AC 120. What are they called? Lincoln 225 AC 225. I did that with some stick welding, which was really kind of the first welding I started to get into myself. I do not have a MIG. MIG is great, but I don't do enough welding to justify the expenditure on one because they're not cheap. Plus, you got to get gas, all that other stuff. So I got some stuff in order here, and we're gonna fire this thing up and give it a whirl. I'm not gonna do any walkthroughs on the setup or anything because there's plenty of those videos out there. I just wanted to use it, so let's do it. If I can read, I gotta get used to these safety glasses. They're bifocals, so it's like difficult. So if I look like a crazy old man, I mean I am, so. Wire size 030, 20 gauge, 1 millimeter. Let's see, this says it, no, it says it does not do 3/16, not an 030. 1/8, I've got some 1/8 here. I've got some really thin stuff. I don't know that it'll weld that. We're gonna find out. This is probably 1/8-ish. Might have to cut these, give me some pieces to deal with. Well, I've got some other stuff. Got some prison shanks, apparently. There's another one out of an old wrench, I guess. What is that name? Arnaud Ribonde. Hi from France. Hello, Arnaud. That was actually my name in French class when I took French here in the States. I was Arnaud. I liked it. I should have been an Arnold. You know what I mean? I don't know. Let's crank this thing up and see what we can get out of it. I'm probably going to need some type of gloves. Hold on. This is a live stream, so you get what you get, you know. Goes a little off the rails. We get a bunch of spammers come in here, but hey, as long as they give me watch time, I'll take it. Welcome aboard, spammers. 10 and E5. So I guess that's E1/2. I don't know why we do that. And wire speed 10? That seems rowdy as heck. Let's try it. Hopefully my helmet's charged. I think we'll run the first couple beads probably without looking. Let it flash it a couple times, hopefully it'll make sure it's charged up. Everything's dusty because I haven't welded anything in the eternity. see if we can undo these. They look like they've already been cut. Oh man, duct tape. Why do people duct tape stuff? I got this from my buddy. He found it in their carpentry shop at work. They've been hiding behind some stuff for years, he said. So he's like, we don't use it. You want it? I said, heck yeah, I'll take some free metal. I've used it on a few projects around here. Oh man, that's 100-year-old duct tape. It's stuck on there good. Apologize if it's noisy out here because I've got all my fans going because I've got the wood stove boiling. Because this is hopefully one of our last cold days. Which is good because I'm burning through my wood pile. I haven't been working. If you guys come over from the main channel, you know that I'm a carpenter. So I use a lot of cutoffs and stuff to burn in the wood stove to heat this place, and I'm running out of them because I haven't worked much in, well, 3 months, probably since before Christmas. I'm going to go, I think they're over there, I'm going to go grab some clamps and some magnets, and I'll be right back. Clamps, magnets, brush, a hammer, running out of hands. I think I will throw a cutoff wheel. I think I'm gonna throw a cutoff wheel on the Metabo here real quick and cut a couple pieces off of this. I don't want to use the machete. I made that in my forge. Yeah, I've got forge videos on the other channel, but they're gonna migrate over here at some point. So you'll be able to see those. Although I'm getting rid of it because I don't really use it, and my buddy's kid wants it. So I said he could have the forge and the little anvil I had made on a homemade stump. Actually, I need to hook up with him at some point shortly because he's taking my Chicago electric welder off my hands too, because this thing is the one that I want to use from now on. So that's why we're trying it out right now. We're going to see if it's any good. Everything I've heard, it is gooder than the Chicago electric. But I'm not a welder, so never underestimate the ability of a non-welder to jack up some welding. You know what I mean? All right. It's gonna get loud, so I'm putting earplugs in. Y'all can turn the volume down, I guess. I'm always afraid I'm going to set my hair on fire. What little hair is left. Oh, boy. All right, let's get cleaned up. Get you out of the way, put it on the ground so I can trip over it. We're just going to clamp to the table. Hopefully that works. You guys see that one? Maybe if I go to the other side of the table, you'll be able to see. All right, this one, the switch is on the back. I don't think it's live. Nope. Only when you pull the trigger is it live, which is good. Make sure my auto darkening helmet is auto darkening. See if I can see with my bifocals here. We'll let her rip. Yep. Helmet's working, baby. Ooh, that bit in there big time. I'm probably gonna have to go turn the compressor off so it's not interrupting our talk here. But clean it up. That's not bad. You don't get the spatter of the AC. Wow. That's almost like running MIG. Pretty hot. You got pretty hot on the back there. That is excellent. Holy moly. Right off the rip, very first shot with this, I'm a fan. I'm going to go turn the compressor off so it doesn't interrupt us. We're going to run another bead. What I really want to do is go after some thin stuff and some thick stuff and see what I can do with it. Well, I guess the compressor was off, so I abandoned you guys for no reason. I apologize. All right, what's this? That was 1/8. Wire speed and E5 voltage. Yeah, because that's, if anything, that might be 3/16. That ran hot. I will tell you what, that was hot. But it's welding. It gets hot. Round 2 here. Woo-wee! Red hot! Let's turn it off for a second. It's got a 30% duty cycle, so out of 10 minutes you can run it 3. This is crazy hot. I'm probably going to actually have to switch to my welding gloves. Can you see there? I've got a pot of water on the stove here to help keep some humidity in the shop. I'm going to go dunk it in that. I'll be right back. You guys hear it boiling? Gnarly. Still boiling. We are steaming everything here. Excellent. What do you guys think? Can you see it? It's a decent weld. I think I might try to cut through. Well, we'll weld some other stuff first, and then we'll cut through and we'll see what it looks like. See what the bite is on it. And keep in mind, a ton of this might be user error. So that was our 1/8. Here's some quarter. I've got one that's an old tryout one here. So we'll maybe try to do an overlap on it. Run it. See what it gives us. This is going to be more than it's rated for, but don't necessarily. I don't necessarily think that it's incapable of what I'm about to ask it. We're going to find out, though. I'm going to tack it down and then run because it's flopsy. Run it. Oh, yeah! I don't know about y'all. I mean, not you people that are like in the chat right now because you're all a bunch of bots. But you guys that are watching later on, I don't know if you're as excited as I am, but this is sweet. Tell you what, we'll have to cut into it and stuff. There's a little bit of porosity, it looks like, but man, that is a nice weld. That's flux core, man. Flux core. They're the Harbor Freight welder. That's awesome. I'm tickled, man. This is great. I'm going to run a little more. I mean, this is, well, I guess you can tell. I don't know if you can see lighting-wise, but this weld up here is from the AC Chicago Electric one. Same here, but there's a lot of spatter on it. And this one, being the inverter, I guess it would mean it runs at DC. There's very little spatter on there. I mean, that's almost like MIG welding. I know a lot of times these are called MIG welders. They are not MIG welders. the G, I think, in MIG is gas. You don't use gas with this. Well, because I'm excited, I think I'm going to run some more beads. Uh-oh. Burned out. Well, we're not too hot. We're not overheating. I'm more concerned of my glove catching on fire. Maybe we can, there we go. We're good now. Try to hold on just a little bit at the end, because if you just keep the same speed all the way out, then you'll lose it and you'll leave a little chunk out there. That's still cool enough to hold. I like that. All right, we are going to switch up. I'm going to dip this in the water. So there's part 2. So we did the 1/8 inch. We actually ran quarter. And now I want to try this sheet metal. This came out of a file cabinet. I threw out a file cabinet. I should have probably harvested a little more metal out of it, but I didn't. So I grabbed the little dividers. Just nice to have around. Let's go ahead and cut a chunk off of this and then see what we can do. Turn the machine off, let it cool off for a second. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I'm pretty happy about this. I like this. I'm gonna throw the ear plugs back in again. As of right now, I'm highly recommending it. There's tons of videos on these things to show you how to set them up and how to use them properly, all that stuff. You can go see it. I just wanted to throw in my 2 cents, and you know, I was going to be out here messing with it and working with it, so I figured, let's live stream it. We'll do it live! over here to the working corner. And let's see what we got here. This is maybe 16 gauge? No, probably close to 20. Speed 2, amperage or voltage A. So we'll take that all the way down to A, and we'll go all the way to 2. See what we get out of it. See what we get out of that. Use the respirator. I know I should have my respirator on. Don't do what I'm doing. I do have a lot of air moving around out here, so I'm trying to evacuate it the best I can. I should have the respirator on. It's right over there with my welding stuff. Don't do what I'm doing. Thanks for the advice there, NPC. Are you a real NPC? Then I wouldn't even listen to you if you were. All right, I think we'll use a magnet on this one because I don't want to be holding it because this stuff's going to get super hot. All right, I just have a piece of, 20 gauge, if that's what this is. Somebody's texting me. Uh-oh. The wife's texting me, guys. Shh, don't tell her. Don't tell her. How many volts and amps does your welder use? It's just a 110. The thing it was supposed to come with that I didn't see. Oh no. This is 110. Yeah, it's just a 110 or 120. Easy Flux 125 is what they say. So I guess it's technically 120, and I just run it off a 20 amp outlet and 0 issues. This is, I think I'm going to fabricate a Jeep or something now. I'm going to make a roll cage with this thing, which I have seen guys have said they have done roll cages with flux core. Probably they're better at it than me. But this thing is leaps and bounds better than that Chicago Electric AC unit. So, all right, here is our super duper thin stuff. I'm going to actually try to clamp it into the ground because I'm not sure we have a ground with all the paint here. But we're going to find out. Ow. I don't know if this is going to want to weld. I'll be very pleasantly pleased if it does. Yep, we don't have a ground. So y'all don't pay attention. I'm about to run the grinder again. But I totally hold my breath. It'll be okay. Ow. Hitting things. Get you out of the way too. We'll be back to you. All right, I think we should have a good ground now. We should be able to let her rip. Oh no, we got people chatting now. generator to run it. You probably don't have anything more than a 15 amp running in your garage then. I've got a full 100 amp service out here. I've got 230s, a 40, and a 50 amp out here. I can run anything. I can run my big Tombstone welder with no issue out here. But this is kind of a purpose-built garage. If you're just, you know, using what you've got at home, then that's understandable. You can't beat free. I mean, the Chicago Electric was my go-to 110 welder, and I was actually going to donate it to my buddy's property up north. I've got a video on the channel where I took it up there and used it to fix up the tractor and a couple other things that I welded up. I was going to take it up there and donate it, but my other friend's son is pretty proficient with it, actually, and he said he'd take it, so I'm going to sell it to him for $1 and move on to this one, because this is my bread and butter now. Joe Hernandez, what do you think about FlexCore? I am not a welder. I like MIG because I think it's very forgiving, but I don't have a MIG welder, and I can't afford one. I can't justify the purchase of one. So this inverter FlexCore is leaps and bounds above like the Chicago Electric, which I think is just an AC FlexCore welder. This thing is spectacular compared to it. So take that for what it's worth. If you just joined in on the live when this thing is up as a video, go back and check out the beginning. You'll see where I welded up 1/4 inch, which it says it will not weld 1/4 inch. Right here is that welds. This is the old AC welder up here. And I welded up 1/8 inch. And we're going to cut into those in a little bit and see if they had any bite. But for the hobbyist DIYer, you know, fixing something on your lawnmower, $119 right now at Harbor Freight for this thing. Boy, you can't go wrong. All right, we're going to try to run this and see what we get out of it. We are not getting aground. We are grounded. Now, I think this is a grounding issue that we've got going on here. We're going to do some more tuning. We have to do some more grinding. In which case, don't pay attention to the fact that I don't have the respirator. We already addressed that. I'm not even putting my earplugs in. The sacrifices I make for entertainment around here, I mean, you guys should be grateful. Grounded to the whole post. Just checked one of your videos, and I have that exact same welder sitting in the back of your most recent video, although I had to fix part of it because it had a wire feed issue. Oh, that would have been the Chicago Electric one that's sitting right over here on the bench next to where this one is. Yeah, my go-to welder was the Lincoln stick welder, which is a fantastic welder. You got to be really good at it, and it does not like welding thin stuff. So we're trying the thin stuff here. All right, boys, we're actually going to crack the garage door. turn these fans up too. We got to get some carcinogens moving out of here. Okay, we're going to try this one more time here. We're going to actually ground right up front on the piece. Probably magnet that down. That works pretty well. Ah, that's not the magnet I want. My whole setup here is basically Harbor Freight. If you guys haven't figured that one out yet. Where's my... There we go. All right. We're going to get something here now. I just know it. Does help if you ground it to the whole table. Yeah, well, this stuff is painted, so I think it's messing with me a little bit. These things, with the table grounded, worked great. A lot of times, actually, what I've done is I've got... you can probably see it back there where the extension, right there, the extension cord's hanging on it, is I got a vise mounted to the metal working table, and if you're doing small stuff, I can clamp it up in that vise, ground the table, and it welds up sweet. Sweet. Probably turn it on, make it a little more efficient. All right, I think we got it now. Maybe not. Not enough wire speed, maybe? Go up to 4. We'll go up to B on the amperage. Oh man, we're blowing holes in it. Now, wonder if I could hit it just tacking it. Now, it did tack in a few spots. Also burnt through in a few spots. Think I can weld left-handed? Low wire speed, turn up the amperage. Yep, I kicked the wire speed up, kicked the amperage up. This stuff is just so thin, and I know that these welders have a hard time with that. That's the one thing I've noticed that is the best is MIG at welding up like sheet metal. All right, come on. How do you turn off? Let's turn off. There we go. It did stick, but there's some major casualties there. You can probably see right through most of those. How thick's sheet metal on a car? It's got to be bigger than 20 gauge, right? If it's thicker than that, you might be able, if you're a little more proficient at it, you might be able to tack up some body panels. I mean, it's holding. I mean, I can break it off of there probably pretty easily. I mean, it held. It did hold. Look at that. That bit through in a few places. Looks like teeth. Okay, so I don't think I have anything like in between. I do have some exhaust over here. Got some rusty exhaust. I can try to cut it and weld her back together. Let's try that. Now, if you excuse me, I've got another text from my wife. We got people coming over. Eee, people. So we're having our fun while we can, guys, because tomorrow I might be doing a live stream on the main channel, doing some woodworking out here. You got to keep the burn longer. The second I settle in with it, it burns through. Lower wire speed, turn up the amperage. Okay, we'll go back to that. Yeah, I think it's just way too 20 gauge is. I don't know, maybe that's not 20 gauge. That might be 18. That takes practice though, and I'm not a welder, but we're doing all right. Put some butter on that popcorn. Yeah, it's you know what? Even look at it though. Even with how bad it was, it's not all covered in spatter like that AC machine is. That's a selling point to me right there. Grind it down to bare metal. Practice makes perfect. Yep. And the thing is the story of my life. I'm always welding on crap like this. I'm going to try to cut this down, clean it up a touch, and I guess I'll clean it up and just slice it and then see if we can fill it back in. That was loud. That's probably why I'm deaf and blind. I'm deaf and blind. Put a bezel on it? You mean a bevel on it? Yeah, I mean, I would chamfer it if I was really going to be butting pipe together, but I think we'll just go this way. This is just old exhaust off of my Cherokee because my daughter would crash into things and always break the exhaust off. I just don't put it back on anymore. I just told her, don't stay in one spot while it's running because you'll die. Couple holes that are about an 1/8 inch. Am I gonna be able to ground this? Probably not. Do I always ask myself questions and then answer them? Yes. I guess I'll clean up an end so we can get yeah, I'll clean up an end so we can get the old clamperoonie on it. Try to get some kind of ground with it. I doubt this is going to be a decent ground. Highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. But we're ground-dished, I guess. A couple of Maniers on there. Alright, so that's, alright, we're going to dial the wire speed down, keep the heat up, just a fuzz, and we'll run another bead, and then I think I'm going to throw some more wood in that fire because it's chilly out here. So, there we go. Zach says, you got a job. Is that a question? I do have a job. I just haven't worked in a while because I'm basically self-employed. Again, don't bring it up to my wife. Don't tell her. That's a sore spot. I hope she's not watching. I got a ground. Turn up the heat. We're getting too much wire. Okay, well, it won't bridge that gap. So, we can cross that off the list. Now I think man, that's a solid weld. Let's see if I can go from this, well, let's see if I can get you guys in frame here. Now we get you out of here. You're toast. That rusted crap's worthless. It didn't even go ting, ting, ting when it fell. It just went back. I'm going to try to weld the 1/4 to the 1/8. Turn up the feed and don't go at a 90, drag at a 45 away from the weld. You saying that for welding on the pipe? I will keep that in mind. I'm getting good input from you guys. We might do a few more of these. I like it. I'm here to learn, fellas. Chevy 5-speed. Okay. I didn't know we were talking about fish sandwiches. I mean, it's Lent, but fish was last night. I'm not even Catholic, but I like to be Irish Catholic during Lent, and Fridays are, you know, fish and Guinness. How are you doing today? I am doing great, Chevy. I am playing with my new cheapo welder, and I'm happier than a pig in the mud, as they say. All right, we're gonna. What was? We were at E1/2 and wire speed all the way up. So we'll go to E1/2. Now I know try to keep the heat on the meat. So we're gonna try to lean into the quarter a little more and then just come into the 1/8 as we go. Gotta cover my hand because I don't want to set my nylon glove on fire. We don't have our ground. Because I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. Let's go. Hot! Hot, hot! Woo! We'll let the fan run on that thing for a moment. Get the old die grinder. Welded it to the table successfully. Yeah, that's a plus, I guess. You guys see? Oh, I get my mic. The bottom one right there looks like maybe I could have leaned into the 1/8 inch a little bit more. Yeah, it might have some penetration in there pretty good. Okay, let's cut some of these apart and see what they look like. I think I will actually go get the respirator at this point. All right, we'll cut the 1/8 first. I'll cut it off and then we'll, yeah. Right in front of me. Right in front of me. I'm bad at this. The main takeaway is that you don't weld your phone. And that's what I figured. I would have to polish that up, I guess, to see how the penetration was. Hey, puppy, what are you doing? Got a dog sneaking in here. What's up, bud? Hey, come over here and say hi to everybody. Come here. Oh, there you are. See, look, you're on the TV. You're on the TV. I mean, it's hard to tell, but I think I got penetration on everything. I'll beat on these things and see what's going on with it, see if it works. We are, man, I'm blind. Good grief. Now we're about an hour into this. So I'm going to say, go get yourself one of these if you were interested. Right now, this weekend, they're like $119.99. I think they're usually like $150. These do work, and they're cheaper. I think you can get these for like $100 at any given time. I think I probably paid like $80. That was several years ago. They do work, but they're very finicky for a flux core. This one is the cat's booty right there. So I'm saying, you know, if you're looking for a flux core, pick it up. Don't listen to the videos that say it's MIG. It's not MIG. MIG is gas. But if you're the hobbyist, DIYer, you know, just gluing things back together and making repairs, kind of like I am, absolutely. You know, I'm sure Amazon sells a bunch that are comparable to that. It's not like Harbor Freight's paying me or anything like that. I just wanted to try this out. Like I said at the beginning of the video, there's a million videos out there showing people how to, you know, use these properly and set them up and whatnot. So I just wanted to run it. It's the first time I ever did. I just got it out of the box the other day. And I figured I'd bring you guys along because it's easy enough to do a live stream and we'll all learn in real time. I got a lot of good advice from a bunch of you guys. Now weld it back together. That's how I learned. Yeah, well, that's, you know, it's like the old, I used to tell my helpers, go dig a hole and then fill that hole in with another hole. Yeah, weld it, cut it, weld it. I mean, usually my tests out here are just beating on it with a hammer. You can see I've got videos where we're testing the Chicago Electric from a few years ago. I just put those videos on this channel. They were on the other channel. They're a better fit here. So that's it. I wanted to do that. There'll be another video going up tonight. I think I dropped a video on this channel this morning, which was actually had some welding with the Lincoln, and now it's a trailer hitch derattler thing. It's a really quick video. I pulled it from the other channel, chopped it down a bunch. So check that out. It should be out like 6 o'clock Eastern. Check that out, and hopefully tomorrow I have to go look at a job, and I've got to go drop off a piece of furniture that I fixed for my mom, kind of midday. But hopefully I'm out here. We're going to actually try to do some woodworking tomorrow, so that'll be on the main channel, but that'll be a live stream also. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with me. You know, don't tell my wife we were out here getting in trouble, you know, okay? That's just between all of us. And I'll see you guys next time. You'll probably get some more videos pulled over from the other channel, so subscribe if you like it. If you don't, that's completely understandable because I myself don't even like it half the time. So, all right, guys, I'll see you later. Peace out. Do people still say that? Is that still a thing? Peace out.